Now we will see how to configure the server side validation. Earlier we have seen the client side validation. When we open the web UI, it asks for the server certificate. So in that case, server presents its certificate and client, in our case it is browser, it validates it and then it opens the web UI. Else it will give the warning saying it is not trusted site. If you know the site, you can go ahead. So same way we will do on the other side. In this case, when we open the web UI, client presents its certificate and server validates, and server finds in its Truststore if it is a valid customer, it is a known customer, then it allows the access to the server. This configuration is called mutual TLS. Both client and the server validates each other. For this configuration, we will create a new fee12 keystore file and configure this fee12 file to the Windows Certificate Manager for the browser. And we'll extract the certificate from the fee12 file and share it with the server. And server keeps this certificate in its Truststore so that it can validate the client. Now let's see how it is configured in the integration node configuration file. Changes to the configuration file, that is node.conf.yml file. In that file, you can find this section REST admin listener. We have two options here, require client cert and CA path. If we make it true, it will ask for the certificate. Server asks for the certificate from the client. And this path, you have to give the certificates, whatever shared by the client to the server. The server should keep its certificate at this path. It's like a trust store for the server. Now let's see how to configure this. I have opened IBM App Connect Enterprise toolkit. We have these integration nodes. I'll open the web UI for this integration node, ACE13 node 1, advanced, continue. It's opened the web UI. The certificate configured for the server is this one, server side certificate. This is our custom certificate. This is from the server presenting the certificate to the browser, that is client, and it is accepting this. In the server, in the client side, it's not trusted, so that's why it's showing warning here while opening the web UI. Now we will configure the client side certificate. For that, we will create a new set of private key pair and the fee12 file. Now I'll use this command gen key pair. Here I'll create one more, I'll name it as key pair 2 algorithm RSA 2048 key store. I'll give the new key store file name and store pass. This is a password for this fee12 file, and after creating this, we will generate a certificate from the fee12 file. This is the one, client fee12. This is the one we are using, and export the certificate from this .cer. You have to provide the store password what we given here. Now let's run this. Before that, let's go to this path, in the test folder, go to search. I'll create one more folder here as a client. For client, we are creating the fee12. I'll go to this path, cd. Now we are at this path now. So let's run this command. Copying it again, paste it. Now run it. What is your first and last name? I'll give it as client side certificate, organization unit, integration, name of your organization, keep it tech, city, Bangalore, state, two-letter word. Now common name, organization unit, organization, location, state and the country, all correct. If it's correct, give yes. To type other value like no, it will go to the, again go to the input mode. Yes. Now it's created. P12 file got created. This is the one client. Now you can see P12 file got created. Now we will configure this P12 file to the Windows Certificate Manager that acts as the key store for the browser. Now let me open the Certificate Manager, CERT mgr.msc. Go to the personal section. This is for its own key store. Now right click onto this. Currently there are no certificate here. Right click, all task and import. For the current user, it's for the current user. Next, browse the file name. Here you can see personal information, P12 or PFX files. Go to the test folder, search under client, select all files, then select this one, P12 file, open. Next, password for this key store file, the password is password 1234. This is the password. Now next, place all certificates in the following store. Personal it's asking, or automatically select the certificate store based on the type of certificate. If I select this also, it will go to the personal. Let me check this. Next, these are the details. Finish. Import was successful. Now let's refresh this. Now you can see certificate got added here, client side certificate. Now let's change the configuration in the node.conf.yml file. Let me open the file now. Program data, IBM, MQSI, components, node.conf.yml file. Go to the REST admin listener. This is the section SSL client auth. Let me open the overrides file also. We'll change in that file. Now go here and copy this, only these two, client and certificates. Add it here, uncomment. Here we made it true. Now we have enabled the client authentication. Here we should mention the certificate path. It is shared by the client to the server so that server can trust the client calls. Now let me create the certificate from the P12 we created and share it to the server. I'll go to the certificate manager. This is the P12 we imported to the personal store. From this we will extract the certificate. All tasks, export. Next, export. We are not exporting the private key, just the certificate. Here choose base64 encoded extension .cer. Next, browse, specify the file path. I'll mention in the search, I'll create one more folder. Consider it as a server location. Here I'll name this as certificate 2 extension .cer. Save this. Next. These are the details. Finish. Export successful. Now we'll go to that path. Server got created folder. Go inside this. This is the extracted certificate. You can see client side certificate. These are the details. Issuer and the subject same. It is a self-signed certificate. Now let's configure the node.conf.yml file. I'll go to this path, CA path, and add this path, server path. This server path contains this certificate. If you see the statement here, CA certs, all files at this path will be read. Currently we have one certificate that will be read. After the change, we need to restart this integration node. Let me restart the integration node. Now start it again. Here it acts as a Truststore for this server. So when the client request comes, it validates the certificate presented by the client. If it is there, it will allow the client to access the server. Now it has restarted. Let me open the web UI. Continue. This is presenting the server certificate, server side. Now browser not trusting this, we'll continue ourselves this one. Now browser presenting its certificate to the server. Server is asking the certificate from the client because we enabled this one, require client cert, request a certificate from the client. So it's presenting that certificate. This is the certificate we configured. I'll click here and OK. Now it is accepting this certificate because we already configured this certificate here in its Truststore. So that's why it opened the web UI. If you not configured this one, it will not allow us to access the web UI. Server will not give access to the client. In this lecture, we have seen how to configure the SSL client authentication.